In this video, we're going to be talking about whether you should take moon balls on the rise. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I watch a lot of other tennis content, looking through the comments, kind of trying to find out what players need help with, so then I can hopefully provide decent information for you. And something that I see quite a lot when there's videos talking about dealing with moon balls, often a coach might be teaching a tactic or maybe a technique, but then there's always some trolls in the comments section that try and belittle everyone and say, what are you doing? You know, just take the ball on the rise. It's really easy. Well, it isn't, and it's okay that it isn't. Firstly, there is a very high likelihood that the person making that comment can't actually do it. They're just trying to sound cool, but if they can do it, that's great. They are a much higher level player. Realistically, taking a moon ball on the rise is something that happens at the 5-0 level and above, because the timing is so challenging. When the ball drops down from a moon ball, the timing for you to be able to hit through that is very difficult, and timing is kind of the biggest thing that separates out the levels. And if you're playing at the 4-5 level and below, you probably won't be able to do this, and by probably I mean you won't be able to do this with any level of consistency, because if you could, you would be playing 5-0 plus tennis, and you also probably wouldn't have clicked on this video, because the title of this video is only going to attract people who are struggling with moon balls. Now, I'm not saying any of this stuff to be mean. I'm saying this to hopefully ease some frustrations for you and let you know that it is okay that you can't take moon balls on the rise and crush them, because it is a really high level skill that a lot of players genuinely won't ever be able to do. Instead, what you should focus on is trying to move back as quickly as you can, allow the ball to drop, and then potentially step in if you've got the time to be able to do it. At most levels of the game, this is going to be the most appropriate way to deal with the moon ball. Now, sometimes if you haven't got enough space, then it won't be possible, and you have to kind of fudge it and do some kind of overhead or whatever that looks like. But most of the time, if you've got enough space at the back of the court, you should be able to get back quickly, providing you can recognize where the ball's going quick enough, and providing that your footwork is good enough. Now, I'm not going to make this a long video and explain the footwork here, because I've got a number of videos that break down the footwork moving back for deep balls and for moon balls. So what I'm going to do is place some links down in the description. So one for forehand, one for backhand, for one-handed backhand, one for two-handed backhand, so that you can practice the footwork patterns that I teach you there. And it's just a case of doing enough repetitions of the footwork to help you move back quickly, set up in position. Now, what I do want to offer you help with here, and I point it out in those videos as well, is that the early ball recognition is going to be key. The reason that a lot of players struggle with these moon balls, yes, we've got the footwork, but it's also a lot of players are kind of rooted to the spot. They don't read where the ball's going fast enough, and because of that, they can't prepare quickly. And what this means is your visual system isn't functioning at a high enough level to allow you to read where the ball's going. And I'm pointing this out because I also want to let you know that vision is very trainable. You can use simple drills, you can work on it, you can improve your ability to read where the ball's going, your ball tracking, and pretty much every other aspect of your tennis. To help you with that, I've got a free gift. I've created a free tennis vision starter program that's going to show you a series of exercises, and if you work at them consistently, it will start to make a difference in a number of areas. I'll place a link up there, and I'll place a link down in the description so that you can get hold of this free program and start working on it. Okay, that's all I've got for you in this video. The main purpose was to let you know that it is okay that you can't crush moon balls and take them on the rise. It is a very high skill, and if you can't do it 7, 8 out of 10 times, it's a terrible idea to try and do it in a match. You are much better off going for a higher percentage shot of moving back and then hopefully allowing the ball to drop, stepping into it, and returning with maybe some good depth and pace and spin to push your opponent back. Okay, any comments about what I've talked about here? I would love you to leave them down below.